Members of the Miami Dolphins are making a play tonight for an undrafted player that a lot of people had predicted to go in the first round. Lyle Collins is his name, and he's been questioned by police after the murder of his ex-girlfriend. CBS 4 sports hacker Jim Berry is here now to sort all this out. So the players are going to sort of recruit this guy? Is that the way it's going?
Absolutely, and it looks like they're making an aggressive pitch to try to get him to come back to sign with the Dolphins. There are 3 guys from the Dolphins who played with Collins at LSU, and so a couple of those guys hopped on a private plane today. There we see Jarvis Landry. He played with Collins at LSU. Mike Pouncey, of course, the Dolphins center, would love for Collins to line up alongside him on the offensive line. And there's a tweet from Anthony Johnson, who also went to LSU. And as you see here, he says, "I want to bring my brother back to South Beach." So clearly the Dolphins are making an aggressive play for this guy, Lyle Collins. Now, there are some rules about official contact with a player whose school has not yet conducted its final exams. That might explain why the players are going and not anyone officially with the team.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Lyle Collins. He was questioned by police and cleared by police, so he is not suspected of having anything to do with his ex-girlfriend's murder. And if it weren't for this sort of cloud over his head, a lot of people say he would have been drafted in the first round.
No question. In fact, many folks expect that he was going to be the first offensive lineman taken. And his lawyer says this is just a real case of bad timing. There you see him leaving the police department yesterday in Baton Rouge after his lawyer says fully cooperating with police. He would have been drafted, no question, in the first round, would have gotten a $4 million signing bonus. Now he has to settle for being a free agent who will only get 1.5. But as you point out, Rick, a lot of questions here. His girlfriend was, his ex-girlfriend, shot to death a week before the draft. She was 8 months pregnant. We still don't know if Collins was the father of the child.
Well, we saw the video of him there, and we've seen a couple clips of his playing days at LSU. He's a large man. What would he bring to a Dolphins offensive line?
Oh, my goodness. He is exactly what the Dolphins need from a football standpoint. 6'5", 320 pounds. The Dolphins still have major questions on that offensive line, especially at the guard spot, and this is exactly where this guy's projected to be. So if this guy is cleared, and if the Dolphins sign him, this would be an incredible coup for the Dolphins. It's like getting a first-round pick, in essence, for nothing. So that's why the Dolphins clearly would love for this to happen, and we'll see if it does.
You know, the Dolphins, having survived Bullygate from a couple of seasons ago, they've dealt with players on their rosters who have, not necessarily been stand-up guys. Would they want to add someone, and we know that this young man has been cleared, but would they want to add somebody who might have, a little bit of a history there?
Well, clearly, if he is a suspect in a murder investigation, absolutely not. But if he is cleared, absolutely. This guy's a football player. Again, his lawyer says this was just bad timing. He makes it seem as though Collins no longer had a relationship with this woman, and now he just wants to play football.
Bad timing is right. $3 million worth of bad timing.
Big difference. You got it.
Losing out on that bonus there. All right. Jim Berry, thanks very much, Jim.
All righty.